welcome to Author Spotlight. Basically, what Author Spotlight's about is just putting self-published authors on the spotlight. And so I'm so glad to have you here tonight. Can you please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you and what you do full-time?
Hi, everyone. My name is Carlene. I'm also known as Chosen. And full-time, I work at a day treatment center, serving individuals with mental illness and substance abuse.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, my. So did you go to school for that, or how did you fall into that position?
So I did go to school to work in that field, and I just love working there. I love working with the individuals. I love my job position, so it just kind of, everything just aligned. And then also with that, I'm also in school as well to higher my education. I would love to be a therapist. That's my goal. That's my plan. So we'll see how that goes.
Wow, that is awesome. You know, for a little bit, I was going to school to be a therapist as well. And, man, I really learned so much. The wealth of information that's out there just for mental health is a lot. And so you will definitely like that. You said you're in school right now to become, taking classes to become a therapist?
Yeah.
Okay.
Classes, yes.
Oh, great. Awesome. So what do you like about that the most?
Honestly, I just love studying the mind. It's so complex, but it's just like, it's so fun.
Yeah.
It's so interesting when you get put in the different parts of the brain and how it affects behavior, and then how to just work with people and just work with people in the mind and the brain and all those different teaching techniques. It's interesting to me. I love it so much.
Oh wow, that's great. That's so good. So where are you from?
So I am from Massachusetts. I live in a small city near Boston. So It's like a couple of minutes from Boston.
Nice. Is it like a big city? Are you in a rural area?
It's not super big. It's pretty small. But usually when people ask me where I live, I just say Boston because, everyone knows Boston.
Yeah.
Boston's on the map. So I just say,
Boston. Okay, yeah, definitely. See, I live in a city, well, it's Orange, California, but people are like, are you from LA? Yeah, basically, because LA is more known than Orange, and so, yeah, I'm like a 2-hour drive, but, I guess it's the same thing, so I get it.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I get it. So, okay, well, tell us what your book is about, and, what genre does it fit into?
So I published my book called What is Love? The Mysteries of the Heart back in 2017. It's really a book of my poems when it comes to love poems, and it's just a journey of me finding out what love is and understanding, what a healthy relationship is, self-love, self-esteem, staying true to my faith, as well as just exploring relationships and love and just understanding more of that. So it's really just a journey of my experience with love. And I also share tips of things that I've learned. I share in my book as well. And I share as tips to help other people who may be experiencing what I've experienced. But before I published the book. And again, my poetry is in there, very transparent, very raw, straight to the chase, So yeah, that's really what my book is about mainly. And as far as genre, I would say most definitely it's a book of poetry. And I would say probably a woman's nonfiction. Now, it's not just specifically for women. I'm pretty sure men can benefit from it too. But the reason why I say woman is because it's coming from my viewpoint and my perception of things, and I'm a woman, so I feel women could really relate to it. But I'm pretty sure, men can find some gems in there as well. So I think that's how I would really just kind of categorize that.
Okay, nice. So when did it come out?
I published it in 2017.
Okay.
2017 in July.
Oh wow! So it's been a year then. Oh no, 2 years. You said 2017.
Yeah, it's
Oh wow, that's great.
Yep, and I'm working on my second one. So I
Okay.
can't wait to do that. Yep, that's gonna be a surprise. So
That's good. So then, tell me what was the challenge with getting the first one published, and then like how did you overcome that?
I would say there's probably two challenges that I faced. The first challenge is just like the fear of the unknown. It's like I'm publishing this book. I'm putting a lot of myself and my experience into this book. And some of the things I shared in this book, I really didn't share with anyone else. So it's kind of like a surprise to like a lot of people. So it's kind of like I didn't know how people were going to react to it, if they were going to accept it. So that was one challenge I had to face. And the second one, I would say, is I tried to aim for perfection. Now, I know that sounds silly because perfection is not easy to obtain. I mean, no one can be perfect. So that's something that I had to realize. And, I kept, revisiting my book and making changes and tweaking this and tweaking that. Like, okay, does this sound good? But I had to realize, like, this is a finished product. This is exactly how you felt. This is exactly how you wanted it. So it's good. It's the best that it can be. You can't be perfect. Like, that's just impossible. So that's something that a challenge I had to face. So that was like, the two biggest challenges for me.
Oh, wow. And so then what about with the second book? Have you like kind of just accepted those things that you were talking about, and are you still working through it with writing another book?
So with the second book that I'm working on, I would say more so my challenge is just finding time.
Okay.
It's just finding time, being a mom, being in school, working full time, and doing a whole bunch of other things that I do. Being an artist, doing spoken word, all this stuff. It's like, when do I find time to like sit down and just write my book? So it's like I just have to just find time to just dedicate to my book. So that's a challenge that I'm facing. But I've learned that I can't be perfect. I'm human, can't do that. So that's something I've learned. And then I do feel like this book is gonna be accepted because it's completely different than my first book. Okay. So I feel like it's gonna be accepted. I don't really have any fears around that.
Oh wow, that's good. So can you tell us a little bit more about what your second book is going to be about as well?
Well, that book it's a surprise. It's a surprise.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be for children. I'll leave it there.
Oh gosh.
Yep. So it's gonna be a children's book. That's my second book that I'm working on, and that's all.
Oh my gosh! You said a children's book?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Well, that is awesome. I definitely can't wait for it, especially because I have a little girl. So I definitely like to get children's books from self-published authors, especially.
All right.
And so, wow, that's awesome. So then from maybe like even from your own experiences or just maybe something that you've learned, could you share some advice or lessons that you can offer to maybe just a writer who's trying to get started and publish a book?
The advice that I could probably offer is to just be yourself. Don't compare yourself to another person. Don't compare your writing to another person. Like, just be unique, be yourself, and just step out and do it. Like, if you have an urge or you have a strong feeling to write and to publish something, I always say go for it. I mean, I have a few people that I know that want to publish a book, and they're like, I want to publish a book. And I'm like, go for it. Like, what's stopping you?
Yeah.
Just do it. There's going to be obstacles. There's going to be challenges. Again, fear of the unknown, that's a big thing. But I just say, you want to do it, just do it. Write, put your heart into it, and just, be yourself while doing it. Enjoy the process as much as you can.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with what you just said, and especially enjoy the process. The other day I was just talking to someone about how, there's a lot of, people that want to be self-published, but they do not enjoy the process. Like, they just want to be, like, they just want to get there already and have the book published
Right.
and, like, already have the thousands of dollars and, like, quit their day job. But it actually is a process, especially when, you're not going the traditional, like, route with getting an agent and doing that. But even that's a lot of work, and that's a process in its own as well. And so
it is. It's a process. They do find beauty in the process. It can be tough and challenging, but there's beauty in there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. I think anything that helps you grow is definitely beautiful. So that's great. Yeah.
I agree.
So you were saying, like, you're a mom, you're working full time, you're in school, you're writing. How do you take care of yourself? Like, do you make time for yourself, and how do you balance all of those different things out?
I am still trying to figure that out. I'm just learning sometimes that, peace and quiet is like a necessity.
Yeah.
Sometimes my mind is constantly going, and I'm constantly doing something. But I am honestly learning, like just now, that I need to just take some time for myself and just to breathe, to relax, and just sometimes not doing anything is like the best self-care. Taking time to just relax, maybe watch a movie, listen to music, just read. That's what is working for me. And like I said, I'm still learning, so I'm pretty sure like as I go through this process, I'll learn more things. But like right now, as far as self-care, I'm learning that that's just the best thing. Sometimes I have to just slow down. Sometimes I'm going too fast for myself.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Well, thank you for being so honest. I know some people are like, well, this is what I do. And I'm like, dang, that's great. But that's,
right. I'm still learning.
Right. Oh, my gosh. Well, that's good. Thank you, like I said, for being so honest, because I think that's refreshing for, like, just a lot of people out there, because, it's difficult doing something that you've never done, and absolutely everything's a learning process, and even self-care and making time for your writing, that's definitely a learning process too as well.
Yes, it is.
Oh, wow. Well, so have you ever encountered any moments where, like, you felt like you wanted to quit? And then if so, what did you do? How did you handle it?
Yeah, there's a lot of moments. Because sometimes when things get hard, it's kind of like you just kind of want to give up and throw in the towel. But as far as, like, overcoming that, I just realized that my voice is worth being heard, and that somebody out there would appreciate me sharing my experience. Somebody out there will be positively impacted by what I have to say. So that really helped me. And, of course, keeping my faith in God and just trusting that, He's with me. He's going to continue to be with me. He's going to lead me and guide me, and that I'm not going to be in this alone. Like, that really encouraged me and, like, pushed me. So I would say those two things just kind of, like, helped me overcome that. But, yeah, like, it was a tough process, and sometimes I did want to throw in the towel. But, you got to keep pushing, and then it's a good feeling when you're able to look back and be able to see a growth and see, like, what you accomplished, and, you see that it was all worth it, really. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I definitely agree. I guess. I mean, you said, you basically answered my next question. I was going to ask you, like, what are the 3 things that keep you going? You named 2. Give us one more.
Let's see, one more. I'm trying to think of what I just said. I literally just said it 2 minutes ago. I don't know how I forgot. I guess I'll say the third thing is, it's just, I guess I could say just understanding that, that I'm created wonderfully and beautifully and in a unique way. So my my style of writing and my approach to a lot of things is different from some other individuals, and I would say that kind of pushed me and kind of helped me out because, you know, it's a good feeling to know that you're different, you know, you're not just like everyone else. And I also think that could help other people out there who may feel like they're quote-unquote different, like they can see like my writing and see kind of like my process and kind of what I went through and know that, okay, well, she's different. She has a different style of writing. She has a different style of, I don't know, performing. She has a different style of whatever. And just know that, okay, like, I'm not in it alone. If that makes any sense. Like, just knowing who God created me to be, that kind of just pushed me more to kind of, you know, to just do what I wanted to do, like write and be a better me, you know?
Yeah. So
I wanted to show off God's creation in a way. Without being cocky, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say, like, do you think I would call that confidence? Like, you sound like you're pretty confident, and comfortable with who you are, and so just kind of knowing who you are, I guess, like your identity, I guess, is what I was picking up on. Is just like your identity in Christ is what also helps you, because maybe, and it also sounded like you were saying, you know, maybe there's somebody out there that could relate and could say like, oh, okay, yeah, we're both different, but at the same time, like, oh, I can relate to her, and
right. Hey, you said it perfectly, like nice and clear, like.
I wasn't trying to clean. I was just trying to make sure I understood.
No, it's perfect, because sometimes that could be so complicated, like, like the way I word things sometimes is just like so extreme and like it's so hard to understand. But thank you, that was nice and clear.
Oh gosh, you're welcome. Well, you know, I'm also an editor, and so I clean up words, and sometimes I do.
That's great. You know, that's great.
Yeah, it just comes almost second nature, and I'm like, ooh, I'm sorry, I didn't really mean to do that, but.
Oh, no, that's perfect. That's good. We need more of you.
Thank you. Likewise. Yeah. What was I going to say? So, I guess I'm more interested in, like, hearing about your poems. How are you, you know, earlier you shared just from, like, relationships and things like that, but, like, how else are you inspired to write, and, like, why poems? Why about, like, your love life, and why give tips and share things on that particular subject?
When I first started writing, I was really young, and for some reason, I don't know why the majority of my poems they were love poems. I really don't know, because what do I know about love? Like, I'm a little girl, like, you know. But in any case, so it's like I started writing that, and then, you know, I just, as I grew, I started to find inspiration in just like different aspects like of my life, whether it was like mental health, of course, faith. I do a lot of faith-based poems. And just more so just my experiences. A lot of my poetry is just transparent, and it's like I tie the message into what I, you know, went through, or what I witnessed, experienced, and stuff like that. And I just kind of share that and tie it into like a positive message. You know, you can really find inspiration anywhere, really. The other day, I sat in the park in front of a pond, and I was just writing. And I was just writing about, like, what I seen. I was writing about the trees, the breeze, the birds, the pond, and just writing. And so you can really just find inspiration in anything. That's really, that's usually what I write about, just different things, you know?
Oh, wow, yeah, I definitely agree, and I think that's great. You know, the way that you kind of described your scenery, the trees and the breeze, and definitely you can tell.
Like the birds.
Yeah. That's cool. So I guess then one last question. Is there anything else that you want to share or offer to the community, to the writing community?
I would say, I have to start saying awesome so much. There I go. I would say to just blossom beautifully. Be yourself, be unique. You're phenomenal, you're amazing, and it may be challenging sometimes, it may be hard, it may be rough sometimes. You may want to give up, but keep pushing, because your voice is worth hearing, your words, they're worth reading. many lives. So just keep that in mind whenever you put something out there, knowing that it's going to impact somebody. And you should always want to impact someone in a positive way. But yeah, just blossom beautifully and just be you, be unique, and that's it, really.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's so good. So tell us, I'm sorry, that was going to be the last question, but I have one more question. So, tell us where we can find your poems and learn more about you.
So my book, What is Love? The Mysteries of the Heart, it is available on Amazon. And my poems, you can find it anywhere. Type my name in Google and it'll pop up. You can look at my website, which is www.iamchosen.co. iamchosen.co. I'm also on Instagram at IamCHO_SEN. I'm on Facebook. So it's out there on YouTube. You can type in Carlene Chosen and I'll pop right up. So, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So my book is under Carlene, but I also go by Chosen. I know some people may wonder where did Chosen come in? That's my artist name is Chosen with a period at the end. So
nice.
Yes.
Awesome. Yep. Okay, I'm super excited. I can't wait to go and check out some more of your things. Thank you so much for your time and just for spending a few minutes talking to me. I appreciate it.